My name is Iris Gillen, and I am a wedding and event planner and a music producer and musician. My company is called IGMC, which stands for Iris Gillen Music and Celebrations. We handle anything and everything that has to do with a party, wedding, or an event, whether it's a social event or a corporate event. No matter what it is, from the selection of the site to the decorations, the music, photography, production, entertainment, you name it. If it has anything to do with an event, we do it. I've always been a musician. I started out as a concert pianist and a composer. I originally started my own symphony orchestra. I was really quite busy writing movie soundtracks and scoring films. I had a large following of piano students. And I even coached singers for some of the record companies to prepare for some of their albums and stuff like that, help them to sing in tune, and help with the engineering. I have a recording studio in my house, so I do all sorts of digital recordings and engineering and soundtracks as well. And the way I got into this business is I was dating a guy who was a musician, and he had a band, and he wanted me to get him some work. He says, "Oh, you're so good at business, get us some work." And I just put a little tiny ad in the back of a magazine to get him some work. The next thing you know, his band was playing at the White House, and then it was a great band. People were calling me, and I was like a vacuum cleaner of the universe sucking me in. And I was all of a sudden, the next thing you know it, I've got 35 jazz ensembles, 22 big bands, and all these other musicians calling me for work, and then people calling me for the bands, and then the next thing you know it, I'm an event planner. It took me about 10 years of being a wedding planner to admit that that's what I do. I just really didn't want to admit that I was anything other than a musician, but after 10 years of going in and out of weddings and events, I realized, oh my God, I really am something else than what I thought I was. There's a few things I think that are pretty unique to me, and that is that I am a writer and a composer and an inventor, and I'm creative, and I paint and I draw. And so what happens when a couple comes to me or a corporation is that I think out of the box. So almost anything can happen here, and we just love to make up new things and do new things. I will sit down alone with the groom and alone with the bride, and I'll get to know them really intimately and why they're getting married and why they chose each other, and I'll help them put their feelings into words. And I've had standing ovations at ceremonies from people just screaming and crying, and I help them formulate their words. And I come from a long line of writers in my family, so that comes really easy for me, and I love to do it. Other things that we're doing, like for this wedding, we're doing an original first dance, which I composed, and then I collaborated with the band and we worked it up, and it's really exciting.
I'll bring joy to you. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. I say I do. I'll bring joy to you.
We do all kinds of innovative things. Like I wrote software with my assistant called Banker Bride, and we do all the budgeting, which I showed you on the computer before, which we prepare an automated budget sheet for them. We do free service here for them. If anybody in the world is looking for a site for a wedding or an event in New York, we do completely free service helping them find the sites. We have this really cool sites by size selection on our website. I can have a bride in California and the groom in Japan and the mother of the bride in Florida. I can conference all of them in together, meet online on my website. We can pick like 10 or 15 sites that they want to see. We'll set up a schedule for them to meet in New York like 2 weeks away from that, and they'll go, and in one day they can see like 10 places and pick one. So, and all that's free, and then they get to know us and love us, and then they'll do one or two or things with us or everything. I try not to plan everything for a wedding more than once a month because it's so much work. But we get 40 to 50 inquiries every single week for various stages of planning, weddings, events. You know, we're very well known for music. Since I'm a musician, I have probably what I believe is the best music center in New York City for all the top bands. I have a music library. People come in here, they spend hours here looking at my music videos and helping to select a band. And since I'm a musician and a music producer and an engineer, I can really kind of help people figure out which band is good for them and kind of help them narrow it down and get an idea of what they want. New York City brides, the first thing they say when they come to me is, I want my wedding to be different. You know, they went to 10 other weddings, it was in a catering hall, they all had the same kind of flowers, the same kind of band, the same kind of food, and they're like, I want to be unique, I want something to be different about me. A lot of people that come to me want to have a fun wedding, and they've heard about, you know, my bands or, you know, the things that we add that are a little different, a little unique, just a little bit off the beaten track. I've seen so many weddings, and what really determines them having a good time is the entertainment. It's really the bottom line. If everybody's dancing and having a good time, you know, music influences how people feel. And if you have music that really works in a crowd, you can change the feelings of all the people there.
I could be a broken man, but here I with the feels that got here today. Here I am, baby. Get it, oh, baby.
Our wedding planner, Iris Gillian, is amazing wedding planner. She's just so full of ideas and comes up with things that no one would ever think of. So she's really creative and really great, and it's just an amazing experience for us.
Now, Iris is good. She's number one. Trust me. Trust me.
Iris, my hat is off to you. You are the bomb, as I just told you. I enjoyed your event, but more than that, I enjoyed your professionalism, the fact that you had everybody on their music. You got everybody working. Work for Iris, hire Iris, because she is the absolute bomb for your wedding day. Trust me. I am Mitch Matlock, and I am a singer, and more than anything in the world, IGMC. That's all I have to say.